You buy or lease a new Subaru from Ocean Subaru Fullerton, you get a York peppermint patty. It's either a York peppermint patty or a new TV. Which would you prefer? They cost the same to bring into the country.
Hey, so let's talk about SC. How would you assess their season? I feel like their season was a success.
How can you say that?
They're a 9-win team, man.
Yeah, but
you got beat by Notre Dame,
They didn't win one game.
Oregon, and Illinois.
Right, so like every big game that they had other than Iowa, which was at home, they lost all those games. And you just said it,
but
Bernie,
they won,
on the road.
What was it, 7 games last year?
But they're not going to the CFP.
So what?
That's all that matters.
Only 12 teams go.
And 3 weeks ago, we thought they were going to be one of them.
136.
Right, but don't you understand
this
the arrogance?
This is the problem. No, you're right. Yeah, You've been right the whole time. Your arrogance. You have no idea. USC.
Cappy, why'd you turn this on me?
USC.
George.
In the last 25 years, USC has been good for a small stretch of time.
Yeah, when the Werther's original guy was there.
Correct. And an even smaller stretch of time when Sam Darnold was the quarterback.
And Clay Helton.
Okay? Like, that's it. 6 seasons out of 25. Like, your expectations are completely out of whack.
Oh,
well, you know
my
why?
God.
But you want to know why that is? Because the USC expectations are the same as the Laker expectations. They're the same as the Dodger expectations. They're out of whack because the USC fan actually believes that they are, here's the word, entitled to be one of the great powers of college football. But to be entitled to do that, guess what you got to do?
You got to win football games.
You got to win the games that are put in front of you. Not try and get rid of the Notre Dame from your schedule because it's too hard of a game.
So when you get Lincoln Riley and you give him $110 million and you buy him a house and you buy out his house in Oklahoma and you give him a plane, you're not supposed to win football games?
No, you are supposed to win football games.
Yes, but the problem is this. You did all that, which is fantastic, and then you also didn't give him all the money he needed to buy players. Right, okay?
Right. He could have gone out and bought
Maybe
players.
They should start a YouTube donation like we do.
He could have used his own money. Right. I don't know what his donation is to the USC NIL collective, but bro should put a couple $1 million into it.
So, he was, if anything, look, the problem with Lincoln Riley, and there's a number of them.
Okay, I was going to say, was there only one?
But that, to me, the biggest problem with Lincoln Riley in this tenure has been he brought over the best quarterback in the country with him. And that skewed expectations very quickly because the idea was, Lincoln Riley's the quarterback maker, which he has been for the most part in his career. Let me tell you something. Jaden Mayava is a top 5 quarterback in college football this year. By pretty much every metric you want to look at, he is a top 5, maybe at worst 6th quarterback in college football this year. So he's done a good job with the quarterback. And I honestly think Mayava should come back one more year. We can get to that later. But, because I don't think he's not a first-round pick in the NFL. He's maybe a second-round pick. But that was the problem. He comes in with Caleb. He brings in a couple of his guys from Oklahoma who follow him to USC. It's very similar, interestingly enough. We talked about this the other day about Indiana. Kirk Cignetti took his whole team from James Madison that went 11-1 and brought them to Indiana, including his quarterback, and they had instant success. And then he did a good job in following it up. This was the difference, okay? Good job in following it up the following year. Lincoln Riley.
Well, he also went out and got himself a quarterback,
in
one
Fernando
of the top-level quarterbacks.
But Fernando Mendoza, if you would have told me I did 5 of his games last year, if you would have told me that guy's going to be a first-round pick, I would have told you, nah, maybe second or third at best. Like, they've done a good job of surrounding him, which is where the mistake was made. But it wasn't by Lincoln Riley necessarily, although he deserves some of the blame. It's also by USC and the administration being behind on NIL. They just thought, Lincoln's going to wave a magic wand and get guys to commit. They were behind on NIL to begin with. He masked some of that with Caleb initially, but then year 2 of Caleb was a mess because they lost a bunch of guys, and then they couldn't bring in good guys or good enough guys because they didn't have the money initially. And then they started to realize, oh, crap, we got to start spending because everybody's spending, and it's an arms race. And then slowly but surely he's had to turn this thing around with less money than some of his competitors. Now they're starting to spend money again, and you're seeing results, 9 wins. Next year, if he gets the number 1 recruiting class, if they plug holes in the portal, they are going to be a dangerous team. I have said that since week 4, okay, or week 5 after they lost to Illinois. I said, I still think they can be pretty good this year, and I think next year could be a really good year for them.
Oh,
Ooh.
next year, because we've never heard this before with Lincoln Riley.
Right, except you've heard it from people that don't know college football like me.
Year.
Oh, you hear that?
Right.
You hear that?
Next year,
this
he's
guy
going
knows
to do
college
it.
ball.
He's going to do it next year.
You don't know college ball.
You don't know college
You don't know.
ball.
Hey, listen,
I
let me
know
tell you something.
when USC was winning and they won championships
Right.
and they were
That
a
was-
team that couldn't run out there and win.
You couldn't even grow a beard back then.
It's been
That's
that
true,
long.
actually.
Well, hey, listen, here's the thing about.
I know. No, I'm not done.
Oh, please, keep going.
I know USC when one Keyshawn Joseph Johnson. It was Joseph Keyshawn Johnson, but it doesn't matter.
That's even longer.
Yeah, it was long ago. And he was the number 1 overall pick.
The 1900s.
And people talked about Marcus Allen.
The 1900s.
I mean, you wanted to be.
And people talked about Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah, him too. Him.
Back then when he was doing it, you wanted to be Nick Lachey.
I did.
But here's
What
the thing.
happened to us?
Here's the thing
that
about
now
Lincoln
we're
Riley.
saying, oh, it was a good year because we beat
It's embarrassing.
UCLA.
It's an embarrassment. It is. It's an embarrassment if you're a USC
but Oregon
fan.
routed the Trojans.
But if you're
Notre
like
Dame pounded them.
But if you're like my man Sedano, you don't come at it from a USC fan perspective, the arrogance of the fan base. You come at it from the college football analyst perspective, and you're like, most teams 9-3, that's damn good. That's pretty damn good. But the problem is that
And yes, we're going to the Holiday Bowl again. I can't wait.
Alamo, actually,
oh,
probably.
really the Alamo,
the
even
Alamo.
better.
Oh,
Wow,
you
even
excited for
great,
that one,
even
Chris?
better.
You
No.
excited for the
I'll be
Alamo
there.
Bowl?
Yeah, I
Can't
hope
wait to
they
go
go.
there.
I can't wait to do
the
the
Alamo Bowl.
imaging for the
Yeah.
Alamo Bowl.
Can't wait to get there.
By the way, if you look at the Alamo Bowl's history, the teams that end up in the Alamo Bowl, they generally end up in the playoff the next year.
Are
Is
you
that
trying
right?
to sell me on the Alamo Bowl
Yeah,
now?
apparently.
You want me to bring it
Yeah,
up
I
and
do.
look it up for you?
I do. While you're doing that, let me tell you something real quick. Lincoln Riley. Here's the thing about
This is
Lincoln
a
Riley.
read or no?
No, this is the thing about Lincoln Riley. When you've got Baker Mayfield, number 1 overall pick. When you've got Kyler Murray, a number 1 overall pick. When you've got Jalen Hurts, who's already won a Super Bowl. When you've got Caleb Williams, a Heisman Trophy winner, a number 1 overall pick, a guy who in year 2 has the number 1 seed in the NFC. What do all of those guys have in common? They're all superstar quarterbacks. Lincoln Riley, when he is armed with a superstar quarterback, has been incredibly successful. Jaden Maeva, who George just points out statistically is a top-level college quarterback, doesn't really reach the level of superstar. Maybe he will, but he has not yet. Point being, here's what Lincoln Riley teams are. When they have superstar quarterbacks, they're good. They don't traditionally win on the road, and they don't necessarily play good defense or special teams. They're offensive football teams. So Lincoln Riley, you're not hearing his name. Nobody's talking about Lincoln Riley being taken by some other school. That already happened.
Well, there
No,
was
that's out
rumors.
there.
There was some rumors.
There
Yeah,
are
but
rumors
they're-
that Penn State.
But they're not like the storyline
Penn
that we've
State,
been
I already
seeing.
know who they're hiring.
You do.
I do.
It's
Who's
not.
that?
It's not
I
Bob
can't
Chesney,
tell
is
you.
it?
Why not?
Oh, yeah, and this Bob Chesney
Why? Who
thing
cares?
going around
I
about
love
Because
UCLA.
the guy is in the mix for a college football playoff spot.
Oh, okay.
Is our Alamo
Oh,
Bowl
isn't better.
update desk
And
ready?
he's not Lane Kiffin, who's just going to walk away.
But by
Lane
the way,
Kiffin.
USC next year, like you're talking about next year, how good they're going to be. They have to play at Indiana, at Penn State.
They're gonna
They have
lose
to play
7 games next
Ohio
year.
State, Oregon, Washington, Notre Dame, Wisconsin. Like those are all really,
Yeah, the
really
schedule's gonna
good
get tougher.
teams.
I get it.
That's a tough
Schedule's gonna
schedule
get
next
tougher.
year.
Cool. They'll be better next year.
Will
they
is
make
the
the
Alamo
playoff
Bowl
next year
update
with that?
desk ready? Or
What's that? You're
the
both talking
Alamo
at the same
I
time.
know, that was bad. I apologize. Is the Alamo Bowl update desk ready, or else I got something else?
In the last
All right, hold
3
on.
seasons, 3 of the 6 participants have made it to the CFP from the Alamo Bowl.
So you play in the Alamo Bowl, and it's a stepping stone to the college football playoff.
Well, I mean,
At least
you can say
50%.
what you want.
50% of
three of
teams.
the 3 of the 6 teams that have competed in the last 3 years have made the CFP.
Who's that? Do we know?
Texas, Washington, and BYU could be.
BYU
is likely going to be one of those teams. This year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
You hear that?
Saturday.
Don't down on the Alamo Bowl.
I'm sorry.
Okay, don't
So
down on San Antonio.
They could go on the Riverwalk.
Okay.
Maybe Lincoln Riley will jump in, take a splash, and we can calm you down a little bit so you're
Yeah.
not yelling at reporters.
Mhm.
Anyway,